This is the scariest elevator in the world. In a large corporate building where everyone knows everyone, there was an elevator that nobody used. It didn't have any floor buttons. There was just a single keyhole in the center, and sometimes people would hear the elevator moving on its own, going up and down the building seemingly at random. Now, most people would just avoid the elevator. They'd take the stairs, or wait for another elevator. But one day, a man named David stepped inside to see what would happen. He had heard the rumors, of course, the stories about Elevator 6 and the missing persons, but he thought those were just stories that people made up to explain things they didn't understand. He stepped into the elevator and the doors closed behind him. For a moment, he felt the familiar sensation of the elevator beginning to move, going up or down. But then he realized something was wrong. The elevator wasn't stopping at any of the floors. It wasn't making any of the usual sounds. And when the doors finally opened, he found himself on a floor that seemed to be endless. It was gray and it hummed faintly. There was nothing else there. No walls, no windows, just an unending gray floor that went on forever, in every direction. And then David began to run. He ran, and he ran, but the floor just kept stretching on forever. He didn't know how long he'd been running for, or why. All he knew was that he needed to get away from that endless gray floor. But then he saw something in the distance. A door. At first, he thought it might be the elevator, but as he got closer, he realized it was just a regular door. One that didn't belong on that floor. He pushed it open and stepped through, but it didn't lead outside or to another floor or even to another room. It led back to the elevator. And when he opened the elevator doors, he saw that it was going down, down, down. And then the lights went out and he heard the faint sound of his own voice echoing in the darkness. There were other doors, he whispered, but none of them led out. And that's why